Ladies and gentlemen, there is a persistent temptation in every age to fall asleep while history is being made. It is easy to drift into comfort, to silence our consciences, and to convince ourselves that the problems of the world are someone else's responsibility. Yet the greatest danger facing humanity today is not ignorance alone. It is unconsciousness. It is the failure to remain awake in the midst of a great revolution. We are living in an era of dramatic change. Scientific advancements move faster than our moral progress. Technology connects us across oceans, yet too often leaves us disconnected from one another's pain. Nations grow wealthier while millions remain trapped in poverty. The question before us is not whether change is happening. The question is whether we are awake enough to guide it toward justice. To remain awake is more than simply being aware. It is to be morally alert. It is to recognize that injustice, wherever it exists, threatens justice everywhere. It is to understand that neutrality in times of oppression is not neutrality at all. It is silent cooperation with wrong. Throughout history, progress has never been handed down willingly. It has always been demanded by those who refuse to sleep through suffering. Every movement for freedom was carried on the shoulders of men and women who dared to stay awake while others turned over and went back to sleep. Remaining awake means confronting uncomfortable truths. It means acknowledging that racism still scars our societies, even when it disguises itself in polite language and legal systems. It means admitting that economic inequality is not an accident, but a result of choices that value profit over people. It means recognizing that violence, whether on the streets or across national borders, destroys the soul of humanity. One of the great tragedies of our time is that we often confuse busyness with consciousness. We scroll endlessly, consume endlessly, talk endlessly, yet fail to act meaningfully. We celebrate progress while ignoring the pain that progress leaves behind. Remaining awake demands more than opinions. It requires commitment. A great revolution is taking place, not merely a political or technological revolution, but a revolution of values. We are being challenged to shift from a society driven by materialism to one guided by compassion, from a culture obsessed with me to a community committed to we, from indifference to involvement. This revolution asks difficult questions. Do we measure success by what we accumulate or by whom we uplift? Do we define greatness by military strength or by moral courage? Do we teach our children how to compete or how to care? Remaining awake also requires courage, the courage to speak when silence feels safer, the courage to stand when sitting would be more comfortable, the courage to love when hatred seems easier. History remembers not those who waited for the perfect moment, but those who acted when the moment was imperfect. Let us be clear, staying awake does not mean hating those who oppose justice. It means loving them enough to challenge them. It means believing that even the hardest hearts can be transformed. Hate multiplies hate. Violence multiplies violence. Darkness multiplies darkness. Only light can drive out darkness, and only love can heal the wounds of a broken world. The call to remain awake is especially urgent for the young. You inherit a world shaped by past failures and future possibilities. You are not powerless spectators. You are participants in history. Your voice matters. Your choices matter. Your refusal to accept injustice as normal matters. But remaining awake is not easy. It demands sacrifice. It demands patience when progress feels slow. It demands hope when evidence seems scarce. Yet hope is not blind optimism. It is the belief that right, when pursued persistently, can bend the course of history. Every generation is tested. Some are tested by war, others by economic collapse, and others by moral confusion. Our generation is tested by whether we will stay awake long enough to choose humanity over hatred, justice over convenience, and love over fear. Let us not be remembered as the generation that slept while suffering cried out. Let us be remembered as the generation that heard the alarm of history and rose with purpose. Let us remain awake, not merely with our eyes open, but with our hearts engaged and our hands at work. For when we remain awake through a great revolution, we do more than witness change. We become it. Thank you.